Hello and welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Call. Come on along. We're talking football with Jimbo Fisher. You know that. That's why you found us on your radio on the IMG Seminole Sports Network. Also on ABC 27 in Tallahassee. Took a picture of the satellite truck tonight. They send this up by satellite. I can't explain it. But we're on television locally. And if you're watching on ABC 27, you have to dial the number 1-877-99-KNOLS. Toll-free number 1-877-996-6537. It's time now. We've had studio question. Jerry had a great question.
Really was.
A number of really good football questions via the telephone. And now we're going to go to the Ask the Coach segment presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Your home for the right stuff, the low price every day. This week's question was submitted by pressing the Ask the Coach button on Seminoles.com. It's by Gary, and he asked the question, will there be a lot more rotation between the three running backs? Pender and Cook played a heck of a game running the football. Of course, Carlos did not play in the game. He was there, but did not play because of injury. So he's looking for rotation. A little more rotation?
Yeah, there could be. I mean, you feel very comfortable putting all those guys in the game. Now, Mario is questionable for this week because he did get banged up, but Carlos looks like he'll be back for full go. He's practiced the last 2 days. Look really good. And Ryan Green, you guys forget about it. He was hurt early in the season. This guy's as good an athlete as any. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete and player and has looked very good in practice. So, you could get him some too.
All right, there's your answer, Gary. And Gary submitted his question. Ask the Coach button on Seminoles.com. Submit your question for the coach on Twitter and use hashtag Jimbo or click on the Ask the Coach button located on Seminoles.com. Brought to you every week on the Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Bubba is in Tallahassee. He's from Tallahassee. Go ahead, Bubba. You're on the air with Jimbo.
Jimbo Nation.
Bubba, how you doing, big guy?
Coach, I was talking about those young running backs.
He said talk about the young running backs?
Talk about the young running backs, yes.
I can do that now. I know, as I said, I was very pleased. You don't ever know till a guy goes out and starts a game like Mario did and how he was playing. I'm going to tell you what, you go back and watch that first touchdown run he had. We blocked the play perfectly. They spin the safety down in the box, which you can't block, and he's 2 yards deep. And Mario, we block there, and he makes him miss, makes him great. And that safety is a good player now. And then be able to go run and stick that ball in the end zone. I mean, he ran very hard. And the run he got hurt on, he actually got hit by one of our own linemen who came back into it. He was fixing to be maybe an 80, 90-yard touchdown run. He having a safety were one-on-one. He was coming out. They're playing very well. And then for Dalvin Cook to accept that role and come in is getting better each week and come in and get 123 yards on 23 carries, caught the ball out of the backfield just like Mario did. I mean, both these guys have tremendous futures here at Florida State and very proud to have them and fun guys to coach. I mean, have really developed and gotten better. Mario went through some tough times early in his career, but has really evolved out and become a heck of a guy and a heck of a teammate, and very proud of both of them.
And those are two. You mentioned Ryan Green just a moment ago. Carlos will be back. And Jimbo, I know what you were doing. You were working with the coaches last night getting ready for this Notre Dame game. But I happened to tune into a show that features a former general manager in the NFL, and he listed this long list of running backs. This guy and this guy and this guy, a guy from Nebraska, a guy from Wisconsin. He says, and don't forget about that guy at Florida State by the name of Carlos Williams.
Yes.
And you know who I'm talking about, but I thought that was very interesting. He put his name right up there with the rest of them.
Carlos has a chance. He's just been nicked, and it's a new position as he's learning, but he's a big, fast guy that has a lot of ability and has a great heart. Tremendous guy.
All right, Bubba, thank you for calling. And a very quick question about running backs. Let's talk to Phil. A very quick question. Let's talk to Phil in Beechton. Go ahead, Phil. You're on the air with Jimbo.
Hey, guys, let go and let Jimbo. My question is about how to bring a quarterback down. It took me a while to realize growing up that when a person gets into a position of responsibility, a pastor, president of the United States or a university, just a community leader, whatever the position, as soon that a target gets placed and someone or some group tries to attack and bring them down, it seems the best way to bring that person down is to misrepresent what that person believes or has done and then rail against it. And that misrepresentation, and if enough people jump on, it either destroys the person or makes them stronger. Mm-hmm. Now, is there an example of this in our football program, number one? And two, if you don't want to answer that, Everett Golson's propensity for fumbling, I'd like to see how we're going to hit him and bring him down and get that ball out.
I like that a lot. No, that is. I mean, Golson's going to be a great challenge. This guy, you got to remember, he's lost one game as a starter. He's 16-1. lost the national championship game. It was the only loss he had a couple years ago. And he's went through some tough times in his life. He had to sit out a season last year, and very proud of that guy for coming back. I like to see those kind of kids come back and good things happen to him. Very proud of him. This guy can run, he can throw, he's a leader of their team, very dynamic player. He's going to be a handful. We're going to have to keep guys on him, keep him in the pocket, but we got to get him to the ground. We can't let him stand back there. We got to put pressure on him and get after him, and that guy's a heck of a football player.
Okay, Phil from Beachton, thank you for your call, your question, your comment. The party is downtown on Friday nights at Clayman Plaza. If you've been downtown on a Friday night at Clayman Plaza, you know before an FSU home football game, it's a party. And it's going on this Friday night, FRLA Friday Night Block Party. Kickoff is at 5 o'clock on Friday, and presented by Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association, Tri-Eagle Sales, CenturyLink Prison, State Farm, and Kia Auto Sport. That's Friday night, Clayman Plaza, where you need to be if you're a Seminole fan. The Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show, presented by Napleton Infinity, live from the 4 Points by Sheraton, will continue after these messages.